Hello, good morning, kids. Nice to see you again with Teacher Yuli from MightyKidz Club. Oh, like I said to you last week that we will have somebody that is very, very special today. Let's welcome, drumroll please, Granny Granola! Yay! Hello, kids. Good morning. I'm Granny Granola. Hello, Granny Granola. Oh, it's really, really nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your time to come here. You are all the way from a far, far away country to come here. Thank you. Thank you so much. You told me that you have a beautiful story for the kids to tell. Isn't it right, Granny Granola? Yes, Teacher Yuli. Because I want the kids to know to never give up on God. Because God never give up on you. Now kids, open your ears and let me start with a story. Once upon a mountain top, there are three little trees in a very quiet forest. They are discussing what they want to be when they grow up. The first little tree looked up to the stars and said,
I want to hold treasure. I want to be covered in gold and precious stones. I'll be the most beautiful treasure chest in the world.
The second tree said,
I want to travel the ocean and carry powerful kings. I'll be the strongest ship in the world.
The third tree said,
I don't want to leave the mountaintop at all. I want to grow so tall that when people look at me, they'll see heaven and think of God. I want to always point to God. I will be the tallest tree in the world.
Years passed. The sun shone and the rain came. And the three little trees grew up to be a very tall trees. One day, the tree woodcutter came to climb up the mountain.
This tree looks beautiful. It's perfect for me.
Now I shall be made into a beautiful chest. I shall hold precious, wonderful treasure.
Wow, I like this one. This tree looks strong. I'm gonna get it.
Now I shall sail mighty waters. I shall be a strong ship for mighty kings.
The third tree felt her heart sink when the last woodcutter looked her way. She stood straight and tall and pointed bravely to heaven. But the woodcutter never even looked up.
Any kind of tree will do for me.
The first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter brought her to the carpenter's shop. But the carpenter made the tree into the feed box for animals. That's not covered with gold or treasure. She's coated with sawdust and filled with hay for the farm animals. The second tree smiled when the woodcutter bring her to the shipyard. But instead of the big ship, she's made into the small boat and onto the lake, not the ocean. The third tree was confused when the woodcutter cut her into the beams and just left her just like that.
What happened? All I ever wanted was to stay on the mountaintop and point to God.
Many, many nights passed. The three trees nearly forgot their dreams. But one night, golden starlight poured over the first tree as a young woman placed her newborn baby in the feed box. And suddenly, the first tree knew he was holding the greatest treasure in the world. God never gave up on her for sure. One evening, a tired traveler and his friends crowded into the old fishing boat. Soon a thunder and thrashing storm arose. The tired man awakened. He stood up and said, "Peace." The storm stopped as quickly as it had begun. And suddenly the second tree knew he was carrying the King of heaven and earth. The second tree cried. God remembered her dream and never gave up on her. He definitely gave her a better dream. One Friday morning, the third tree was so afraid and scared. She was taken from the forgotten wood pile. She shuddered when Roman soldiers nailed a man's hands to her. She felt so ugly and harsh and cruel. That man died. But on Sunday morning, when the sun rose and the earth trembled with joy, the third tree knew that God's love changed everything. It had made the third tree strong, and every time people thought of the third tree, they would think of God. That was better than being the tallest tree in the world. Kids, God knows you the best. God knows your dream. God knows you very, very well. Don't give up on God because He never gave up on you.
Wonderful story, kids. Yeah, so don't give up. Don't give up on God because He will never give up on you. No matter how difficult your situation is, especially right now, that most of the time you are at home. Maybe you fight with your sister, your brother, or even your mom and dad, and it's difficult. But don't give up on God in your most difficult time because He will never give up on you. I will see you again next week. Next week we have a special guest as well. She came all the way from Persia. And not only that, she is here to teach you how to take care of your skin too. So I will see you next week, kids. Bye! And God will never forgive you. Forget.